there, friends. Rebecca here, the Dragon Librarian from Farmington Community Library. And I've got Alderon with me here today, and we are here to talk about a very special book written by a very special author. And I've been really excited to talk about him specifically today because there is a particular theme that I'm thinking of and that I kind of want you guys to be thinking about too. So we're in November now and we're getting near the holidays, and this is the time of year where a lot of us like to think about the things that we're thankful for, right? Things that we're grateful for. Maybe they're things that we already think about all the time, or maybe they're things that we kind of take for granted and this time of year really brings them into focus. But whatever the reason or whatever the way you think about things, this is definitely the time of year for that. So I know a lot of times the most obvious thing we like to think about is friends and family and our health, and all of that stuff is super, super important. However, there is a particular thing that I like to really concentrate on this time of year that I'm thankful for, and that is obviously books, right? Books and authors, because I read so much and I think about books and authors so often that sometimes I just really like to take a moment to stop and be like, oh my gosh, you know what? I am just so thankful this author exists. I'm so thankful they're writing. I'm so grateful for this book or that book. And I have a specific one I want to talk about today because this is a brand new book that just recently came out. The newest Percy Jackson book by Rick Riordan. I am so thankful for Rick Riordan, and I'm so grateful for his writing because he is the kind of author that honestly never lets me down. He has been writing the Percy Jackson books for years and years and years. And ever since I started reading these books years ago and waited excitedly for the next one to come out, I've never ever been let down by him. The books are always incredible. They always have the same trademarks that I've come to know and love from him: the humor, the funny chapter titles, the adventure, and of course learning about a lot of different mythology stuff. And that's not to say that, stuff like this is boring, because I don't mean it to say, well, he always delivers and that's kind of boring. I don't mean it like that. I mean, you're never ever let down by Rick Riordan. You know what you're going to get. It's always fantastic and you're never disappointed, or at least I'm never disappointed. And that's why I'm really, really thankful this time of year for Rick Riordan and the Percy Jackson series. Like I said, this series has been entertaining me for years now, and I'm not tired of it. A lot of times when authors continue to write in a specific series, you're like, oh my gosh, can they just move on, please, and write something else? I never feel that way about him. I'm always excited for the next one to come out. Now, this is Wrath of the Triple Goddess, and this is the second book in the new Percy Jackson series that's come out. Now, you don't have to read the first one, The Chalice of the Gods, to really get what's going on here. They do a very good job explaining it and giving you a little bit of a recap. However, I think that you should read the first one, The Chalice of the Gods, first, because you'll miss out on some really great stuff. So you do have to have a particular knowledge of the Percy Jackson universe, I think, to start. So I would say don't start, if you've never read a Percy Jackson book, don't jump right into this one. You should have at least read the earlier series or know about him before you get into this. So like I said, this is the second book in the new series that he's writing, and this is such a callback to the original Percy Jackson series. It's not very long. It's less than 300 pages, and it's a very, very simple premise. Basically, Percy is trying to get into the same college as Annabeth, because obviously they want to go to school together, right? So he's in high school, and they want to go to the same school together. So for Percy to get into this specific college, because it is a college for demigods, he has to get 3 letters of recommendation from gods and goddesses. So the first book was about him obtaining his first letter. This one is about getting his second letter. So like I said, these are very self-contained stories, and that is a very easy premise to remember. So even if you didn't read the one prior to this, you could jump into this and be like, okay, I know what's going on. So in the very beginning of the story, Percy is contacted by Hecate, who is the Greek goddess of necromancy and magic and crossroads. And she basically wants Percy and Annabeth and Grover to pet sit for her, and then she will write the letter of recommendation. That seems easy, right? Totally easy. Nothing is ever that easy in the Percy Jackson universe. So Hecate has, among other things in her big spooky mansion, a hellhound named Hecuba and a polecat named Gale. And he has to watch these animals, feed them, take them for walks and stuff, as well as take care of this big aquarium of evil eels and stuff like that too. So of course, this is all taking place around Halloween because that is Hecate's like favorite holiday. She feels like people are worshiping her then because of the magic and necromancy and such. So she's going out to go around the world and go to all these parties while Percy and company stay at home and watch her pets. What could go wrong, right? Well, things immediately go wrong, and then it is up to Percy to try to get things right before Hecate comes back. So this book has a little bit of everything. It has ghosts, it has humor, it has the best and most hilarious chapter titles ever. I never get tired of that. It's got really great character development with Percy. There's Grover and Annabeth, which I just absolutely love. As much as I love all the characters that come up in the later series of Percy Jackson, to me, nothing feels as wonderful and nostalgic as just Percy, Annabeth, and Grover going on a mission together, and that's what this story is about. Simple premise, lots of fun, shenanigans, and hijinks, along with some superior writing and great character development too. This is not a book to be missed, and like I said, it is one that I am very particularly grateful and thankful for this time of year. Percy Jackson, Wrath of the Triple Goddess. So that's the book I wanted to talk about with you guys today. And I also really want you guys to think about different books and authors that you may be thankful for. It could be something that has like a really deep and personal meaning to you, like a book that got you through a really hard time, or it could be like an author that just got you interested in reading, or something that made you feel really good when you were reading it. So think about some of those things this time of year, because we have so many wonderful things and books to be thankful for. If you do want to check that book out, you can do so from Farmington Community Library. We do have it at both branches. And thank you so very much for watching, friends. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day.